In this video, we thought that it would be fun to list our top 10 favorite kitchen items. So we have a lot of favorite kitchen items. For example,
things we use all the time.
Yes. For example, I love the Portobello by Design mugs. But you won't see those in this video, but I absolutely love them and use them every single day. That's something that's personal to me though, that I use. So we do have a lot of things like that, but this is stuff that we both use together. So the first thing, I don't have it here. Everything else I'll be able to show you. But the first thing I wanted to tell you about was our Keurig machine. We have the Keurig 2.0. I will link to everything below. Amazon prices, I'm sure prices are going to vary. We bought it.
When you watch this, they'll vary.
Yes, exactly. So we found the Keurig machine in Costco.
Right.
And
there's actually a better price at Costco, just to let you know.
Yes. You can get them on Amazon for like $150, something, 150, 160, something like that. We use it every single day. I have at least 2 cups of coffee from it, and you have at least
one or two.
One or two. But we had always had a Mr. Coffee pot, and then Kevin bought me a KitchenAid brand coffee pot, and those are great. However, this is so individualized. You can personalize it. The Keurig, Kevin buys his favorite coffee, I buy my favorite coffee, and the two don't have to mix.
Yeah, you don't have to make a whole pot of one and then a whole pot of the other one, or one person live without, and while one person gets what they want. You know, you just
exactly.
You can make whatever you want. You can have hot chocolate or tea or whatever.
Absolutely, they actually have little Keurig cups with hot chocolate and tea. But I've gotten to the point in my life where I really, really like flavored coffee. For years, for my whole life, I had regular coffee. Now, I never have regular coffee. I always have something flavored. Kevin, though, still has regular, and Kevin tends to like his on the bolder side.
Except lately, I've been going with breakfast blends lately.
Breakfast blends. So the Keurig is perfect if you have people in your 2 people or more in your family that you can't make up your mind what you want, and it's so fast.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It's very, very fast.
The one we have has a water reservoir that keeps water in there. There are the smaller, the cheaper ones, which are fine. You add water to it,
yes,
and then it makes that 1 cup, and it doesn't store water. And somebody might comment that they don't trust the storing water because it may get mold or whatever in it. As long as you keep it clean. We clean ours every, 2 or 3 months. We go through and completely flush it and everything. And ours is
clear, so you can see.
Yeah, and you can see the water reservoir. Now, you can't see the part that keeps it warm, the hot part, but you can see the water reservoir. But then it also pulls in a cup of water to just keep hot. But it keeps it always hot, so it's ready to go at a moment's notice. So.
Right. So then that's one, and these items are in no particular order.
Yeah, and we couldn't bring that in here because it's got water in it.
It has water in it, yes, but I will go ahead and show you the
beast.
The beast. I did bring this in here. This is very, very heavy. This is Kevin's baby. Kevin wanted this.
I need to grease it.
It was, I don't know how much we paid for it. I know right now on Amazon you can buy it for $429.
I don't think we paid that much for it.
You can also buy KitchenAid. We've seen them at Walmart. We bought ours at Bed Bath & Beyond.
You can find them on sale though for $130 sometimes. These exact mixers with different colors.
We have, we bought Ashley one way back. We bought hers from Target. So you can get them in different stores, definitely. The good thing about these is you can pick your color. Kevin, this is Kevin's color. He chose the candy apple red. I would have chosen something different, but he likes the red, and it's his baby. He was going to be the one using it, and so I told him, I said, you pick whichever color you want. And
I want it to stand out.
And it's nice. We use it for mashed potatoes.
Dad just used it the other day.
Yeah, so it's not just for cakes and sweet things. You can use it for other. We've used it in the past to make sausage balls to combine.
Although I don't like it necessarily with sausage balls because it makes it too tight, and they tend to be more dense. They're not as fluffy.
But you can use it for
you can. And I've never owned any of the attachments to go on the front. There's all kinds of things you can do with the attachments that we've just never owned. We've never bought one. So.
Right. So why don't you show those?
The gloves?
So these are called these are called gloves.
They're a little dirty.
They're a little.
They've been out in the grill and everything.
They're about $40. The thing about the glove is when you buy them, at least our experience, you only buy one at a time.
Yeah.
So.
And you got the universal one that goes on either hand.
Right.
And this one is not steam safe. This one, if you got something that's steamy, steam will come right through there. It's got holes all through it, so the steam will burn you. This bigger one has it literally feels like a yellow rubber glove in here. You can feel it. But it is one hand. It's right-handed only. You can tell by the thumb it's in the front. So
did your parents buy us that?
Mom and Dad bought this one.
Okay.
And then we liked it so much that I said, it'd be nice if I had one for the other hand, and ended up getting this one.
That's the thing. You want one for both hands.
Yeah.
So
because I've done corn on the grill, baked potatoes on the grill. Go out there and instead of having to get tongs and try to worry about them, I just get one of these and just go.
Pulling a baked potato out of the oven. You can just put one of these on.
Now they're not perfect. They will come through if you hold it for a while.
But you go quickly. You know, it's not something you're not taking your time.
Yeah, if you're not slowly moving with it.
Yeah, if you're getting a baked potato out of the oven, you're going to move pretty quick.
These are better than just your traditional fluffy gloves, though.
Yes, I agree.
The oven mitts.
Yeah,
they're better than oven mitts.
So why don't you show the man? Now
There's two versions.
We had three. This set we call this the man. I don't even know what they're called. They're like $4.60 for this set.
They're like lid grippers or whatever.
Right. This comes in a set of three. So there's a blue square one. There's this green one, and then there's this red one. The blue square one, Ashley was moving out of the house. We knew she would need something, so we gave her the blue square one, and we kept these two.
But my mom and dad had one of these the whole time I was growing up. They had one a little bit bigger than that of a solid red. We use it all the time.
Yes, and these are absolutely phenomenal.
They're very handy.
They're very cheap. You can find these in the gadget section at Bed Bath & Beyond as well. I think Andrew and Christina bought these for us. Ours was so old that they bought.
Starting to tear.
Yeah, they bought this for us, the set of three, at like Bed Bath & Beyond for like $5.
Those are good for like jars, if it's a flat thing. But this will work for a jar too, as long as it'll fit over top of it. But it's really good for like bottles or anything with like a screw-off lid.
And it's just a grip. It's
when
you can't get a grip because it has nothing to do necessarily with strength. You can have all the strength, but if you can't get a good grip on something, then you're lost. Yeah. And
like jars of jelly, all that kind of stuff. These help.
These are absolutely perfect.
These are perfect, and they're very cheap.
And we would be lost without
we use them all the time.
So why don't you show the?
So I'm gonna go through my stack. Huh?
Yeah. I basically have two things. Yes, that. This is our kitchen scale. I use the scale every single day. Every day, several times a day.
Now this one is the touch buttons. You just touch them. Although Tammy likes to shove them, but you don't have to shove them. You just have to touch them.
I did not grow up using a scale at all. I think my mom had a really primitive version of a kitchen scale. But
have a dial on it?
Yes, but yes, it did. But she never used it.
Yeah,
never.
We never used it.
And I use this at least twice a day. I use it for my yogurt when I'm going to weigh my granola, because granola is so yummy that if I don't weigh it, I'm going to go way over. And then I also use it for my powdered peanut butter. And
because the ratio of powdered peanut butter to water is kind of a
yes,
kind of have to know how much
you need 16 grams of powdered peanut butter, and you get like 2 tablespoons of water. So you want to weigh your 16 grams, and that might sound like it's very time consuming. It's not.
No,
Once
she
you start
does it
doing
in a
it,
second.
it's seconds. But we use the scale constantly, don't we?
We weigh chips out. And if we get a big bag of like trail mix, and we want to mix it, make it smaller bags, we'll weigh it.
When we do review videos and we want to show you how much you get, we'll weigh it out for you all, and that's how we divvy things out into bags. A lot of times is we'll weigh it.
One thing I like about this is it doesn't have to be this brand. Any scale will work. But one of the things I like about this particular one is it's all flat on the top. There's nothing there. I was making fun of Tammy about the push buttons because she likes to push them like they're a physical button, but I just give her a hard time. The touch buttons are nice though because they don't get crud in them and they don't get like flour or whatever or chicken goo or whatever. And you can clean it all off.
Yes.
So it can be scrubbed down with whatever cleaner you use, and it can be cleaned really well. The only bad thing about this one is it tends to go through batteries because they're less little. They're button batteries instead of like a AA or a AAA. That's my only complaint about this particular brand.
I was gonna say I would always have an extra battery on hand because there's nothing worse than needing to weigh something.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you much warning either. It's
no, it just goes. But I love having a kitchen scale now, and wouldn't want to go without a kitchen scale. So then I want to show you these. These are like straw cleaners. These are they're little brushes, and you can buy a whole set of these. You get more than what I'm showing you here. And they're only like $5, and we did order these off Amazon.
They're different lengths too, aren't they?
Yes, they are different.
I don't know if those particular ones. Yeah.
Yes, these are different lengths, and like this one's really small. Usually we just use the big ones. So what we use them for is we have those. What is that? A Yeti.
A Yeti cup.
We have the Yeti cups, but then Ashley also bought a bunch of extra straws because the kids, they have their kids Yeti cups, which are small. They're not Yeti brand. We bought them from Walmart. But
they're like a Yeti.
They're really, really nice. But they're smaller, but when they were younger to chew the straw, we had to buy a replacement straw. So she bought a bunch of colorful straws. But these are absolutely wonderful. And they fit right up in there. And what I do is I take my cleaning cloth. I get soap all over the outside, and I'll just get soap like on the end, and then I'll go like up this end, and then I'll go up at the other end, and then rinse it out. And it just works perfect. It's wonderful. It's like, what did I do all my life without having this brush to clean the straw?
Kind of like bottle brushes, but the straws.
Like for a baby, a baby bottle. But yeah, for your straw, and they're so cheap. I mean, it's $5. Everybody can get these.
Yeah, and that way you actually clean it out instead of just rinsing hot water through it.
Well, and even like
which is what we always did before.
If you're a woman that wears lipstick and stuff like that, sometimes it can get caught. And I tell you what, where the kids drink chocolate milk, you can get chocolate milk stuck in that straw, and it's very, very hard to get that out. And you don't want that growing mold, and I mean, that's just disgusting. So those brushes work great. So let's show, I'm going to show these last, so you can, these are
actually flexible cutting boards.
That's what they are.
But we don't use them.
But that's not why we're showing them to you. They are flexible cutting boards.
That's what they're made for, so you can cut on them, and you're supposedly be able to like bend them, and they don't move very well.
I think they were like $15, but I think we got all three.
Yeah, we did. We got all three.
Yeah, these are the Core Kitchen brand. It doesn't matter what brand they are.
But when you cut on them, they leave all these really bad scrapes and stuff on it, and I just don't think they work very well as cutting boards. Truth be told.
Well, and I don't know, they're just so flat.
Yeah, and stuff like juice and stuff would run off of them. If you're cutting tomatoes or something, you got tomato juice everywhere.
Exactly.
So what we use them for is we put hot stuff on them.
Yeah.
They work as basically a placemat kind of. Sometimes we'll put a placemat on top of these even.
These work better than a placemat.
Yeah, because these are liquid, they're waterproof, and they're kind of heat resistant too.
Right. So anytime we're doing a review in the kitchen and we have to heat something up in the microwave. That table, I love our kitchen table, but it is very sensitive to heat and to cold. And so anytime we're doing a review and we have to heat something up in the microwave, or every single day when Kevin does a lunchtime review,
you always see me
we will take one of these
and a dish towel,
and then I will cover it up with a placemat.
Yeah.
So you'll see a placemat, but it's always over this because that placemat isn't blocking the heat out from the table. This is what's blocking the heat out from the table.
They work really good.
And even when I've started using these as well, when we have like Sunday dinner at the house, and I have some really, really hot dishes. I used these the other day.
Did you put it directly on them?
I put
a cloth of some kind.
What did I just say? A placemat.
Placemat.
I still used a.
I wouldn't lay anything super hot directly on them because it'll probably melt them.
Yeah, I've still used a placemat on top, but I did have this under to protect the table, and
it's the moisture on our table that hits it more than anything. The hot and cold makes water collect underneath of it for some reason on our table,
and it doesn't take long,
and leaves rings on it. And stuff. So anyway, these work really well for that.
They do.
You want to do the last thing over here?
No, there's other things. So,
well, we can do same vein as the heat.
Okay, so these are just cooling racks.
Yeah, wire
These
racks.
are wire cooling racks. This is something, once again, as a child, I did not grow up with these.
No, we didn't have these.
These are a cookie cooling rack, but we do use these for cookies, but we use them for anything hot that we're getting out of the oven. Any kind of a dish that we take out of the oven, we will lay it on one of these cooling racks, and technically, I think we have a quartz countertop.
Yeah, it doesn't like heat though.
So
you're not supposed to lay hot.
Oh, you're not? Okay, I didn't know if you were or not, but I know that I like to, anything, baked macaroni and cheese, whatever, lasagna, we always use one
this
of
raised
these.
it up enough to where the heat it's not laying directly on the counter.
It's perfect.
Now, if you have like a natural stone, like granite or something, it doesn't matter. You just lay it right on there. Actually, if you lay it on granite, it'll make your dish get cold faster.
Yes, that's what they told us. Yeah, we learned that it will cool it off quickly.
It sucks all the heat away.
I don't know. Do you want it to cool off quickly? This is probably the best
things we ever owned, and it wasn't that much.
This is and it's an oven liner, and that's exactly what this is. You put it, you buy them for your oven. You get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. Let me see if I have a price. $29. That's about the price that we probably paid at Bed Bath & Beyond. But you can get these at lots of different places. Mm-hmm. They're usually in a thin box because they're rolled.
Yeah, or they're just in a roll, wrapped in plastic.
They're rolled like this inside the box. And sometimes you do have to cut them.
Yeah, we had to cut the depth of ours.
Yeah, if you have a smaller oven, you'll have to cut it. Now, Ashley, where she just recently moved, she just took hers out of the box, and I did not have to cut hers at all.
The reason I had to cut ours is the very back of our grills or whatever has like a little lip that folds up like this. And you could lay it in there and it would slide down.
Right.
I want to stick out of the oven, so I had to cut it off just so it would fit in front of
I was able to put hers over. Hers has that little lip too, but I was able to put hers over the top, and it didn't seem to.
Yeah, for some reason ours kept wanting to slide forward, so every time you shut the door, you'd have to push the thing back.
Once again,
I just cut it.
Something that never had growing up.
No, we just saw this on a whim at Bed Bath & Beyond and said, that looks cool. I wonder if that really works.
It's amazing because...
And we bought everybody in the family one.
Yes, because this is a wonderful gift. Now, people probably will not realize that you have spent $30 on it, but
no, because it looked like it would be $5.
But they will appreciate it so much.
Yeah, you don't put it on the very bottom of your oven. You put it on the very bottom rack of your oven.
Yes.
And then anything, we get pizza cheese on here and cheese juice and grease and all kinds of stuff, and you just pull it out and wipe it off.
Yes, and you'll have where you've made pizzas, you'll have black crust, and it's like all that would have been in the bottom of your oven. You would have been cleaning that out, and instead it's on this, and you can put this in the sink. And wipe it out. Just a while ago when I took it out of the oven, it had black crumbs on it and some liquid, and I took a Lysol wipe and I just wiped it off really well before I brought it in here.
And then we just if we got pans or something, we just lay them on top of them if we have to use that rack.
Yes,
You know?
so you can lay something on top of it.
Yeah.
It's okay to do.
The only bad thing about them is if you got a convection oven, which we do, we just never use the convection oven part. It's going to block the airflow from your convection oven. That's the only thing. You just got to take it out if you want to use the convection part of your oven.
Right. So the last thing I want to show you is, I should have...
The last thing?
Well, the last thing.
Things.
The last things I want to show you. Oh, these are so heavy. They're not normally heavy balls. This is my Mason Cash collection. I first saw Mason Cash bowls on the Great British Bake Off, and if you know anything about me, you know that I'm in love with all things British. That is just me. So they use these bowls on the Great British Bake Off, and I thought when next time we go to the United Kingdom, I am going to have to find those bowls. Well, we've been in so many places in the United Kingdom, and I have not seen, I don't know where the British folks are buying these bowls, because it's like they're not in everyday stores.
And if we found them, it would have been almost impossible to get them home anyway.
It would be, yes,
Truthfully.
it would. But I first saw these bowls in Jungle Gems International Market in Ohio.
They had a bunch of the big ones.
They had a display of Mason Cash bowls. They were very, very expensive. They were, I think the larger ones were this size, which I did not buy from Jungle Gems. This size was like $60.
You bought the white one?
I bought
Or the pink one?
the pink.
Yeah, which is smaller.
Which is smaller, and it was like $35 at Jungle Gems. The reason I brought them all in here to show you is because I want you to see the different sizes, because they do, yeah, this small bowl was like $35.
And we've since found bigger ones.
But I want you to see, because it's hard to tell what size, you know, if you don't know sizes of bowls, it's just hard to tell when you want to order one. But the reason I love these so much is because they're so lightweight. So I have a set right now in the kitchen. I've talked about this before. My mom got me a set years ago. It's Kohl's brand. It's Sonoma, and they look like these bowls, but they're extremely heavy.
They're like pottery bowls.
Yes. So when you are baking, have a cake mix, and then you have to pick it up and pour the cake batter into the, it's heavy. It's very, very hard to pick up. So these are very nice. They're beautiful bowls, and they come with different designs on the outside, but they're very lightweight. So this one, this says 24 Mason Cash. I don't know what that means. I know some of them have sizes. So I have, so this says 24 as well. So
this
both,
one says 18.
Okay. So you go from the 24, and then this one says 18.
That one says 12.
Okay, so see, I don't know what these numbers mean, but then...
Oh, the bigger the bowl, the smaller the number.
But this is the biggest, this yellow one is the biggest one that I have.
It's a 12.
And I wanted to let you all know that I have found these in Home Goods. So Home Goods does not have them all the time. Don't put it back in there, because I don't put that one back in there anyway. That has to be, this one has to be stored in a different cabinet. Home Goods does not have these all the time.
No, we've just hit and miss.
Hit and miss. You just have to know what you're looking for. And if you don't, if you're not sure, look on the bottom. It'll be stamped with Mason Cash.
They usually have a white sticker over them too.
I love this size. This is a terrific size, and this is perfect for a brownie mix. But then I also found these smaller bowls, and I've used these for things as well. These are probably my favorite. These are called...
I like that one because it actually has it on the side.
It says Mason Cash right here. It says Mason Cash on it. These are called batter bowls, and I love them because they have a handle. So when you have your batter and you're mixing it up, you can easily take it, and it has the spout, and it's just very, very handy. So I love these. But I wanted to show you. So those are more lightweight, but I have found some baking dishes I love too.
Yeah, these are really, and I don't even know, we've never been willing to put like a mixer, like an electric hand mixer.
No, I would never use an electric
We've been
hand
afraid to do that because we're afraid to hit the side and crack it.
It would definitely
They're not
crack.
really super thick and heavy balls.
And
they might be fine, but I don't know. I'd hate to take the chance.
They are made in England. They are coming from England. So what you do need to know, I've had 2 experiences where I have bought them in Kohl's. I bought them in Home Goods. They don't sell them at Kohl's. I bought them at Home Goods and I have brought them home, and then I've seen a hairline crack down the inside of the bowl. In the lighting in the store,
it's hard to see.
You really cannot see the crack. As a matter of fact, Kevin's taking them back, and the lady's like,
I don't see a crack. And it's like, well, you can feel it if you take your finger. And she goes, oh, I feel it. That's weird.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
In the lighting in the store, you really need to examine it and make sure there's no cracks.
Feel it actually rub around on the inside.
But that being said, I haven't had one, knock on wood, I haven't had one to crack on me either. So if it's not already cracked, it's not like it's an issue. So I haven't had any issues with these at all, or I wouldn't recommend them to you. So this is, they refer to this as a Bakewell tart pan container. So you're supposed to make your Bakewell tart in it. You can make your Bakewell tart in it. However, Ashley has used this for many things, and so have I. She's used this for macaroni. We've used it for pasta dishes. We've used it to bake chicken in the oven. So
it's just a nice baking
dish. It's just a nice baking
But it is a
dish.
good size and shape for a tart.
For a Bakewell tart. That makes a great baking dish. But I also want you to be aware of a couple of other things that we have seen at Home Goods.
And you would never know these were Mason guys. They don't look like them.
So these, I have a set of 4 of these. These are ramekins. And I use them as somebody who does like baking type videos. Sometimes we just need different size containers. I've never made anything that's specifically called for ramekins. But if I need them, I'll have them because I have 4 of these now. But these are nice. And then these are just, this is a deeper, what did they call this? Like a shepherd's pie?
It's like I think about a steak and ale pie or something.
Yeah, it's for one of the British pies. Yeah, so they have big, thick meat pies. Mm-hmm. Kevin loves them with the big, thick crust.
It's like a big pot pie, basically.
Yes, and so it's a deeper dish pie pan, but we love it too. And then I have this smaller, I don't know what they consider this one at all. It is a thinner
just a
baking dish. And then I have 2 of these. This would remind of you of the American, is it Cornell or Corel, or what is that other brand that I have? It's white. I can't think of the name of it, but we have had those baking dishes as well. They're white. And so this would remind you of that. These are not...
If you hadn't said it, I would have been able to say it.
Is it not Cornell?
Corningware.
Corningware. That's it, Corningware. These, the baking dishes are not light. They're not lightweight. The bowls and the batter bowls are very lightweight.
But you can see these are like pottery.
Yes, this is a very, very heavy piece that you are going to have around forever. So, yes, you might pay $15 for it, which I don't think is bad at all. But you're going to have it, unless you drop it on the floor, you're going to have it forever.
Matter of fact, we've got a Corningware dish we've had for 25 years.
Yes. Yes, we do. So this is absolutely just as good as that.
They don't have lids. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Is the Corningware dish that we have
has a round lid.
Has a lid, and these do not have lids. So to my friends in the UK, I would like to know, first of all, where are you buying your Mason Cash? But do they make any with lids? As far as I know, I've never seen any with lids before. But now, if you get on Amazon and look, I told you they have all kinds of different designs. They have some with hearts. They have some beautiful dark green with like leaves and ivy looking. They just have some really beautiful designs. I have just picked up what I have been able to find at Home Goods because it's very, very affordable. So hopefully you all will get on there and look around. They're very, very good quality. So that's our top 10 favorite kitchen items. Yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.